Morning, everybody. My name's Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. I'm sitting quite still right now. I was animated a little bit ago, and so I had paused my machine for just a little bit, and for whatever reason, when I turned it back on, I froze up. And I shouldn't really have frozen up. I should have been able to move, but not maybe so animated like. But anyway, that's just the way it goes. I'm waiting to hear from the doctor. I have seen the report from my CAT scan. I've seen the report on, I'm just going to turn that down a little bit there. I've seen the report on the medical website that you can go to check your results. And of course, we didn't understand half of what we read. But anyway, so we're waiting to hear from the doctor. And I knew that the office wasn't open for today. Wednesday is Eric's day off, so he wasn't going to be in there. So we're hoping that we're going to hear tomorrow. I think we've made the decision. We have to talk with them and see what they say, but I think we've made the decision that we want this machine taken away, that it's not going to be for me. And I may not try the other machine. I might just go back to the pills. They don't work as efficiently for me, but I can't handle this fluid buildup that's happening in my stomach, or the air that's building up, and the pain that's coming from the little site where it gets infected and stuff. So I'm very afraid of getting infection in my actual abdomen and whatnot. And every time we do one of these tests or to try and find out things, everybody just says, oh, it's unremarkable, or it's not doing this or not doing that. But we can hear it. Like, I mean, literally, I can push on my chest, or I can sit up in my bed or whatever, and you could hear air hissing out of my stoma. You can see the contents of my stomach coming out. It smells like vomit when it comes out. So we can tell that it's not right, and so regardless of what they say, I think that we're going to ask for them to take it out. But we have to wait and discuss that with them. So that's where I stand on that. And we haven't made a decision about the other machine. I don't know that I don't know that I want to be a guinea pig again. You know, like I was quite happy with the machine that I had, but we have since learned that 25% of the patients that have it do have some serious complications. And of course, if there's that option, I will be the one of the 25% for sure. It happens every time. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Claudine's feeling a lot better. She's healing up nicely. She has to still take it very easy, like she can't do any lifting or whatnot, but she's doing a little bit of driving, and she's feeling a lot better, so that's good. Gary, he's been such a help. Amazing. Honestly, I don't know what we would have done without him, so that's been great. I thought I would just tell a couple of stories here maybe tonight, just because it's Christmas time and they've come to my mind. There was two of them. One is involving my husband, and one of them is involving Claudine. So I'm going to tell the one about Bill first. Bill loves his cookies. He will eat a box of cookies at a time. Doesn't matter that he's diabetic. He loves his cookies. Anyway, his favorite cookie is a shortbread cookie. And my mom made great shortbread cookies. So what did Bill do? He would always let her know that when she cooked the shortbread that he would like a little sample of one of the cookies. Well, I said to her, I said, you know, if you're not careful, he'll eat the whole batch, and she likes to put them in the freezer. She said, that's okay. She says, I'll put them all into the freezer. I'll give him a couple to take home with him, and I'll put the rest down in the freezer. I said, okay, fine. Anyway, a little while had gone by, about 6 weeks or so had gone by. And he'd had a couple of, whenever he was over there, she had a couple of shortbreads out each time. And then one day she went down and she went to get some shortbreads, and she says, I don't know what's happened. She said, I opened up the box and there's only one shortbread left in the box. And I said, just a minute. I said, I think we can probably solve this issue. Bill had found out that she put the shortbread in the freezer, and I guess he figured if he took one cookie at a time, this is like what a child would think. If I take one cookie at a time, they'll never notice it. So he had been going over and taking one frozen cookie at a time out of the cookie box for 6 weeks, and eating the one cookie every day that he'd gone over, and all the cookies were gone. And she said she went to open the box, and there was this lone cookie in the bottom of the box. And I said, He has eaten the whole thing. I cannot believe it. Anyway, he took the frozen shortbread and ate her frozen shortbread. We never let him loose with a shortbread again after that. He got his own little box and then was told to hands off with the rest of ours. Anyway, and then the other one was with Claudine. One day, I used to like a little shot of Bailey's, and I'd put it in my coffee and whatnot, and at Christmas time or Easter or something like this, I'd have a little drink of coffee with Bailey's in it, and I thought that was a very nice treat. Anyway, this one particular Christmas, we were fairly broke, and I didn't have any Baileys in the house, and I sort of said to Claudine one day, she was about 15 or 16 years old, and I said, well, it's too bad. I said, Mama would have loved to have had a little drink of Bailey's and coffee today. But I said I didn't have any, so it's all right. I said I just thought I would share that I was missing it this year. Anyway, she looks at me and very seriously she said, would you like some, Mom? And I said, well, yes, I would, but I can't exactly conjure it up out of thin air. She said, well, just wait here, Mom. And she goes into her room and she comes out with this gigantic bottle of Bailey's. Like, I'm talking a gigantic bottle of Bailey's, way bigger than anything I'd ever bought in my life. And she said, here, you can have one of my little drinks here. And I said to her, your drinks? I said, you are not old enough to be drinking. Where did you get this? And she goes, I saved my money from babysitting and I bought it because I knew that you liked it. And I said, well, if you knew that I liked it, why wasn't I not given the bottle of Bailey's? And then I would have lectured you about buying liquor when you're underage. And I said, I'm looking at this bottle and there's not a full bottle of liquor here. So what happened to the rest of the liquor? Well, I had a few drinks myself, she said. In all seriousness, she thought that was okay. She thought that I was going to accept that. And I said to her, well, it was very nice of you to buy me a bottle of Bailey's, and I just confiscated it right then and there. I said to her, don't you ever, ever go again into the liquor store to get something to drink. I could not believe it. Absolutely couldn't believe it. Anyway, and then there was another time that we found out that she was buying cigarettes. Well, Bill, he took a photograph of her, one of her school photographs, and we lived in a small town, and he went to every convenience store, gas station in town, and he took this picture of her, and he went to the clerks that were working. He said, this is my daughter. Do not sell her cigarettes. We got known as the parents that told the stores not to sell their daughter cigarettes. But she went on and smoked, but she didn't drink after that. So we were very fortunate there. She'll now take a drink of Bailey's and whatnot, but I guess at 45 years old, we're a little more, lenient in that. We're a little more lenient in that. We have no right to say to her that you can't have it. But at the time, I thought to myself, I cannot believe she was dumb enough to tell me that she had it. Anyway, that's my story for today. It really isn't a Christmas story, but anyway, just letting you know that we are imperfect people in this world, and we all have our problems. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.